So I am excited to be here. I'm a new dad. I'm out of the house. Yeah. I have a little 10-month-old girl at home, you guys. Yeah. And I say months too. I don't do weeks. You ever run into those people? Oh, my baby is 42 weeks old. And you're like, I don't know what that is. Was that like 10 years old? I'm not doing that math. You're just making sure I never ask about your kid again. Oh, I didn't know about having a kid for a long time. It's not easy, man. I don't know why anyone ever kidnaps kids. At no point during any of this have I been like, oh, I should just take another one. I always thought like kids are like tattoos, like you're gonna regret something that lasts that long, you know? And some people freeze their sperm, you know, to use later on in life when they're ready, but then my wife gets mad because I used our good ice cube trays. Nobody really sells you on the idea, right? You ever see parents without their kids for the night? The craziest people on the planet. Nobody drinks harder on the planet than parents who don't have their... Yeah, they're just like, let's go crazy. Like, we're going to a baptism. The whole thing's nuts, man. And it's funny because people are like, oh, we're raising the worst generation right now. And I'm like, good, the bar is low. Some people have home births. Anybody know people that have done that? Anybody got creepy friends? Yeah. Who does that? You know, like, you'd never go hunting and get a deer and be like, are you going to take that to a butcher? No, we're just going to take it home and figure it out in the tub. Like, they should really disclose that, you know, when they're selling houses, really, right? You know what I mean? Like, has anyone ever died in here? No. But. I'd be like, I prefer haunted. So, yeah, we worry about milestones are the big one when you become a new parent, right? She's supposed to start rolling over after 2 months. And ours was like 4 months old and wasn't. And I was like, our kid's broken. My wife had to calm me down and be like, it's fine. She's not going to be 38 years old still laying on the floor. I never figured it out. Because I have anxiety about the whole thing, right? It's tough. All our friends are terrible. They're like, oh, you have no idea what you're in for. And I'm like, I've babysat, I've changed diapers. They're like, no, you have no idea. Try doing it on no sleep. And I'm like, I have anxiety. I've tried doing all of it on no sleep. My wife got me a weighted blanket. That's what's supposed to help anxiety. Yeah, just smother me. Just put pressure on my heart. That's what I need. So the new one now is that we put her in mom and taught swimming lessons. That's the new. You guys seen those videos where people just like throw their infant into a pool? Yeah, and it'll flip itself over and then float back up. What if you're wrong? You just kill your kid the dumbest way possible, right? The cop's like, what were you thinking? I saw it on YouTube. Well, next time use your own kid. What drunk dad accidentally figured that out, hey? Like, dropped her in and was like, I'm gonna be in a heap of trouble for this. And then it turned over and floated back up, and he's like, never mind, off the hook. Well, he's holding 2 beers. Oh. Crib size is the new thing, too, now. She's starting to outgrow her crib. You know that when they start Ultimate Ninja Warrioring over the side? So my wife was like, maybe we should get her a real bed. And in my head, I was like, we should get her a full jail cell. I found the other parent here. It's nuts, man. I thought that being in the hospital would go a lot different too. I always thought like the dad's job was just to faint and then pass out cigars. But it's very different now. It's quite fun. They get you involved, or at least they try, right? I got to announce the sex, which is pretty cool. We didn't have a gender reveal party because they're very stupid. I don't mean offense by that if you've had a gender reveal party. I just mean you're very stupid. So I got to announce the sex. It's a girl, and all the nurses went crazy. It was the best moment of my life. And then I had to cut the umbilical cord. And I was very nervous about that. I didn't know how that worked, because you have to do that when you have a natural birth. And if you guys know this, you don't get to do that when you have a cesarean section, because it's in the operating room. It's got to be sterile. Everything's got to be clean. So the doctors cut the cord, and then they leave a nub. It's a little, and then you get to cut that. That's it. But that's just a participation cord, you know? So I had to cut the cord. I was nervous about that because I didn't know they clipped it. I thought I had to tie it. My kid's gonna have an Audi for sure. I thought that's where they came from. I thought when you saw a kid with an Audi belly button, you're like, oh, that kid's dad sucked at tying balloons. And I didn't know what happened to the other end too. Like you cut it and then you're like, it's still connect. Like where's that going? You know what I mean? I was like, is she just gonna like spaghetti string that back up? Just shoop, shoop. I had no idea. But they don't. They pull it out. They yank it. You guys are learning so much tonight. They pull it out. I didn't know. They just yank it out like an old telephone cord. I was at home practicing with the tablecloth. I was like, and we had her at Jim Patterson's Children's Hospital. It's a great hospital, but it's a learning hospital, which all that means is that there's a lot of students there. A lot. Too many? A lot. And they just keep coming into your room and checking on your wife. And they call it checking, and what they're doing is feeling up your wife. Right in front of you, like real awkward, like they're just like, boop, 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 and I'm like, can you not make that sound when you do that? That's weirding me out. There's so many of them. They just kept coming in, just one after the other. And it was like, I swear to God, it was like 5 minutes, and there's already a new one in there. And I was like, I don't even think that last guy had a lab coat on. It's just some guy, I picked my head out. He was just skipping down the hallway. It's like, whose husband was that? Thank you very much, you guys.